What's up YouTube, and welcome to Detox Proxy. This is another continuation of my last trip coming through the Telkwa Pass. I've basically just been through the pass and now I'm headed to what I believe is going to be the Jonas recreation site. Depending, if it's full or not, there is another recreation site. I just can't quite remember the name of it. And I don't even know exactly where on the road it is, so I'm just going to have to kind of follow along and go slowly here and then keep my eye out for it. Keep an eye out for these quads too, because they come racing through here sometimes. I've been driving for quite a while. The road is starting to even out and look quite well graded, so I'm expecting to come up on the site soon. Okay, it looks like I made it. There's definitely a lot of people parked in here and even more people parked out on the road. Let's take a look at the sign. Oh yeah, it's got actually like a nice plaque, engraved plaque there, stainless, kind of showing the pass the same way the other side is. There's like an old school map. So there is people in here. I'll just kind of look for a private spot, and if I can't find something, maybe we'll go to this other site that I know about. Yeah, it's like packed in here. The funny thing is there's no one here, and well, there's a spot in there that's kind of private. Camper right outside of it too. I don't know. Let me park over on the side here and see if I want to take this site or not. That camper trailer has, it's a slide like pointed right in that campsite's direction. I mean, these people have kind of flooded this area pretty bad. And I mean, they're only using about 3/4 of the sites. It's just they're scattered out so badly that kind of filled the whole recreation site. So there is another site that we're gonna go looking for. I don't know if my GPS will actually pick it up yet, but just seeing up ahead here, here's another whole camp set up just on the side of the road. I don't think this is a rec site, it's just where people are staying. That didn't look like a rec site, you know what I mean? It just, people are all parked at the side of the road there, so. And I really did think one of these sites was like right on the river, so that you at least got like a little bit of a view, or didn't have to walk too far to get a view. So I don't know, I found the Telkwa River recreation site, but this is not the site I thought I was looking for. Now there is a few people in here, and I don't know exactly where the entrance is because I came in off the road using this very hazardous entrance. But I've got this site next to the bridge, so it's one option, I suppose. I don't know if that opens up in there. There's more than just that one spot or not. Let's take a little drive more this way. I just don't see why the sign is pointed in this direction. There's someone definitely in there. And then there's another sign that says no campfires, so had a good look around. There's really only like 3 campsites in here, and 2 of them are taken. And this one, I mean, it's not really that private. It's right next to the road for one, but it might suit me. I'm just gonna try and check it out here. Definitely a nice view of the water from here. Yeah, I don't know, this could be suitable. I'm kind of far away from both sites, and the only thing that's really going to come through is a bunch of quads and wheelers. I might try and set up like closer to the end here, right next to the water. We'll see what happens. Well, it's not a premium campsite, but it has an excellent view of the water, and it's far enough away from everyone else. There is an outhouse over there, so I'm going to take it. Set up the tent so I can let some airflow go through the Forester, and then kind of sit over here in the shade for a while, because I've taken too much sun this weekend. Well, that's what I got set up for now. It's provided me enough shade, like with the hatch being open with the tent on it, that I can at least sit right here and chill out for a couple hours, kind of watch the raw water and wave at people as they pass by on the bridge. And honestly, I was ready to actually just keep on driving till I hit the highway and get my way out of here, because I wasn't going to find anything. But luckily I just passed over the bridge, and then I happened to notice a tent stuck back in there, pretty like an 8-man or 10-man tent. So then I was kind of looking like, how do I get down in here? And I turned around at the bridge to come back, not noticing that the entrance was way further down. I ended up coming down like this 4-wheeler entrance. But I mean, I just came through Telkwa Pass, so this was not too hazardous. Having that nice breeze constantly come through keeps it cool in the shade. And another thing is, there's like very few bugs compared to a couple videos ago, that Trapper Mountain video that I did where the horse flies were just crazy after me. Having a relief from the flies in the middle of the day is really nice. And then I was thinking, even those sites that are like in the woods there, well, I mean, they're gonna have twice the amount of bugs that I'm gonna have sitting out here anyway. And then it just came to mind that this is probably the other wreck site that I was looking for. I just kind of mistakenly thought that it was some other name, and you know, kind of actually thinking about it after a little while, Telkwa River Recreation Site sounds like the right one. And this has been a really quiet spot so far. No one's come down here, and only one truck's come this way, and 2 trucks with trailers just went out. You probably can't hear the one that just left, but they gave me the big thumbs up. So, and I'm still pretty stoked about making it through the Telkwa Pass. If you haven't seen the last adventure video, getting through that was a big deal. Still thinking about it, and putting a smile on my face every time I do. I see the shade of this big tree making its way towards the picnic table, and I think that would be a good time to actually make dinner and sit down and eat something, because I'm going to be very hungry by then. You know, I guess the river is only 15 feet away. We should probably go check it out. From the back of the Forester, got access right to the river, right straight from here. You can see how fast that water's running. And then just the color of it, I mean, it's so amazing, the color. But I mean, that's coming straight off those mountains, and that's kind of like probably the last biggest part of the thaw. You saw those couple waterfalls I tried to show in earlier videos. And that's literally what's feeding this, because it hasn't rained here for, I don't know, a few days anyway. There, the sun finally got blocked out. I'm making some dinner finally. Now, I'm probably going to end up starting to get fat eating this much. I don't know, this is probably, what is it, like 1,200 calories? I'm just standing here cooking these dogs, and I look over here, and hanging on this tree is a clutch disc. It looks like an automotive disc, like it looks large enough to be an automotive disc, but obviously it started coming apart. Maybe it blew up on the Telkwa Pass. So I did happen to notice a couple things about this sign. Is, for one, it's on this one side because they're expecting people to be coming from Telkwa and not all the way from the other side from Terrace. That's why it's kind of directed in this way. And then it's that high to try and get people attracted from the road, but obviously the trees are kind of blocking the sign. And then it's also got the no campfire sign, and I'm gonna kind of respect that, because I do notice a lot of dry grass around here and some not so healthy trees. And I don't really need a fire tonight. I would have liked to have one, but being this close to the road, it might have been too inviting for people as well. So, not that I don't mind like people coming to say hi or whatever, but if you ever see me out here out and about, like, it's not like I'm looking for people to hang out with. That's why I'm out here alone doing this. But I have no problem with people coming by to say hi. If you've seen me on YouTube or whatever, that's not a big deal. Just don't try and spend your day with me because I'm trying to film and make videos, if you understand. Okay. The sun has gone down and it has cooled right off. I ended up putting on my regular t-shirt and then a hoodie on top of that. Traffic pretty much stopped completely. I haven't seen anyone come through for at least an hour and a half, almost 2 hours now. It's just past 9 o'clock. Not really getting bored, but you know, without a campfire and other things to kind of do, there's, you know, boredom is going to set in a little bit. I have both seasons of that Clarkson's Farm on my tablet. I've been through probably the first 5 episodes of that first season, and it's a show that, well, the guy I used to work with, he used to reference Jeremy Clarkson quite often, and because we both really liked Top Gear and a little bit of Grand Tour, like I didn't watch a lot of Grand Tour, but he kept on, you know, bringing up Clarkson's Farm, and I was thinking, oh well, I've never seen it, so I ended up putting that on the tablet, and I've been through a few episodes, like I said, but maybe I'll sit down or go lay down and watch an episode of that.
As May came to a close, there was still no sign of rain.
To give you an idea of how dark it is in here. Actually,
we built some shade for the trout.
Pause that for a second. But I got my window coverings or window shades. But I get the ones for the windshield. And then over on this side, I mean, you can see how dark it gets in here. They do a really good job of covering. Yeah, there's a little bit of light coming through. I could probably fix this one a little better, but. And then with the rear tent on the back, I mean, it's just dark as can be back there. But I should make something a little better to mount this screen up higher. Well, I got an episode and a half in and I am ready to fall asleep. I had a very long day today and lots of excitement, and I'd like to get up reasonably early in the morning so I can give you guys a better look at this wreck site here, and probably go up on the bridge and kind of look at the water a little more. I think there's only 3 campsites here, but there might be a 4th that I just can't see. Yeah, so I will see you in the morning. Well, it's first thing in the morning. It's like 6:20. Sun's starting to come up, and I just had to get up out of bed. Probably give you a little look around here, and then maybe make some breakfast. And I've constantly been dealing with dying batteries this whole weekend. Camera battery pretty much just died, and I gotta let it sit on charge on the battery pack. So I just use my phone for this. And then up this way we got the outhouse. There's a little back trail, a couple little back trails coming from the other campsite. Definitely be a lot of bugs through here. Nice and clean, doesn't smell very nice. Probably have to come back to that in about 10 minutes. It's a pretty big tent. And coming out this way back towards the sign, I know there's one campsite right here. She must be just staying right in that little RAV4. And then it looks like someone else pulled in. See, Telkwa River wreck site is a very small site. It looks to be just the 3 campsites. Maybe that 4th. It's not really a campsite, but you could certainly tuck a vehicle in there and camp or put a tent. And as far as I could tell, probably the one with the great big tent is the nicest spot, because it's still a little bit close to the river, very private and secluded. Whereas me, even though this is a really nice site next to the river, you also have this bridge with traffic flowing on it. And well, I think I'm gonna try and make some breakfast. I don't really have a whole lot left, and my cooler's ice has finally melted. This morning there is nothing but water. So I have egg whites and wieners to have this morning, and I think in my mind that's what I'm gonna end up having. Throw a little bit of cheese on the egg whites to give them a little bit more zap. You hear how loud that water's running? There's a nice little pool, a couple little pools over here. I almost think I've seen a couple fish jump out of that little pool in the center. And over to this side, the sun's starting to rise on the trees. And then down over here is my little setup. So not the most desirable location, but I could be that caravan with the Quebec plates stuck in the trees. All right, time to get this breakfast finished up and try and pack up. And please don't judge me by my breakfast choice this morning. It's pretty much all I have left. Don't mind how much cheese I actually dumped on there. It's just the last of the cheese. I didn't judge you when you clicked on this video. The best thing about making breakfast this early is there's no flies. I don't have to deal with them landing on the food while I cook or eat. Well, that's another adventure in the books, and the Telkwa River recreation site a little better than the Jonas site in my opinion for solo camping or small families if you're in a tent or car camping. The Jonas site was just flooded with campers and RVs and mobile homes and everything else, if you know what I mean. This is a site is a little bit more secluded, a little bit quieter, and definitely not as many side-by-sides and quads being raced around all day. I'm ready to head out of here. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Fuck away from my fucking dinner. I was thinking I'd better make a morning deposit before I leave here. There, quick and efficient, just like me.